Friday, June 18th, 2021. This is my first video of this year, technically, and the reason I'm making this video is because this week has been pretty special. The most special thing that happened this week was my 26th birthday. The second most special, I guess, would be that I got a phone from work, and third would be that I got a laptop from work. All of that in 1 week. I'll start off with kind of a quick brief summary of what's been going on these past few months and what happened this week, and then I'll move on to something that I like to do sometimes, which is to kind of sum up what I've learned in the past year. It's kind of a tradition that I created for myself on birthdays. Something I like to do is just to kind of sit down and think, what have I accomplished? What have I learned? How have I grown? Just to kind of give myself a general idea. And the fact that I document my life every so often now on these diaries and through other means sometimes means that I can access this stuff later in the future, and so this is really good to do just for future reference. So lately work has been great. I've just been doing so much and I've been so busy, and my schedule has changed so much. It's been so good, and living life in such a dynamic way it's special, it's different, it's nice, it's cool, makes life interesting, and it keeps it interesting, which is exciting. You know, it means a lot. It's something that's relatively new to me and something that I've wanted for my whole entire life, and such a blessing that I actually have it now, and this is what my life is now. It's a wonderful thing. Last week on June 8th, I had a very important meeting at work where I got a new position. So now I am in charge of GIS and my organization, and it's so cool because first of all, it's IT, and I like IT. And the more stuff I get to do in IT, the happier I am, and the more I learn. And that's kind of one of the main purposes of what I do. And as part of all of this work and all the stuff that I've been doing, there are certain demands from the organization, which are that I need to have a cell phone that I can be reached on anytime during the day or otherwise, and I need a computer. I need a computer that I can take with me. I have a computer in the office, but it's just a desktop computer, and obviously I can't really take that with me anywhere I go. I need a laptop, right? That's the conclusion they came to, and that's just kind of one of the requirements for the job, is for me to have a computer, so that when I go to a meeting and I do a presentation somewhere or something along those lines, I have a computer with me that has my information, my system, my credentials, and I can just open it, show whatever needs to be shown, and it's just a better way to do things. So this week I received a new phone from work. It is a Samsung Galaxy A52 5G, my first ever 5G phone. It's pretty cool. I haven't tried the camera on it yet, really. In terms of video, it seems to be able to do 4K 60, maybe. I don't know how good it is though, but I've been taking a lot of photos with it for work. Obviously, anytime I go out into the city and do any kind of surveillance, I guess that's the word. Take a lot of pictures. So very impressive. Battery life is pretty impressive, and it's just great because obviously I didn't pay for it, and it was nice, and I received it and I said thank you. And then I looked up all the stuff and I bought a case for it on Amazon, and it's gonna be here probably next week, but it doesn't really matter. The point is, I got a phone and it's great. And then the other thing was a laptop. I got this Lenovo laptop. I'm not gonna show it right now because it's in the case. I'm not gonna get it out. It's a laptop, whatever. It's a PC. And just like I got it yesterday, and I've already synced up all my stuff to it, and I have a meeting, and it's actually kind of a funny thing because initially I was just dragging my own old laptop around. I have this gaming laptop that is huge. It's huge and it's heavy, and I was in a meeting last week, and pulled out this laptop, and it didn't want to start up a website. So my boss sitting next to me was like, "It's not working, this thing. What is this, your personal laptop?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, we don't really work with personal laptops here, so you need a laptop from work." And I was like, "I guess I do." And so that was kind of the accelerating factor, because then I came to the head of IT at our organization. I was like, "Hey, I was told that I need a laptop apparently, so can you get me a laptop?" And he's like, "Yeah." So this week I came to him again, and I was like, "Hey, so this was last week. So this week I came to him again. I was like, "Hey, any update on that laptop?" I was like, "Yeah, you'll get it probably by end of this week or the beginning of next week." And so, obviously yesterday, Thursday, end of the week, still no laptop. And I'm like, "Hey, man, I need a laptop for a meeting on Sunday. I mean, is there any way we can kind of expedite this?" So, yeah, so he's like, "On one condition, because I don't really have time and I don't have the manpower. So if you can set up your own laptop, I'll just give you a laptop. You get the Windows installation completed on it. You install all your software, all the licensing for whatever you need. If you can take care of it, I'll give it to you today." It's like, yes, I can absolutely do that. So I got a laptop. So pretty good. And now for the main event. So, birthday. I think it was 2017, so I guess it would be 4 years ago? Wow. 4 years ago, I made a video that was like, what have I learned? Like, it was on my birthday, and I made the video, and I was like, what have I learned in the past year? What have I done? What have I accomplished? And so on and so forth. I already talked about it in the beginning of this video. It's been a week since my 22nd birthday, and I've found myself asking what I've learned. So here are a few things. I've learned about the importance of respect. I've always been big on respect, but I've never really understood what it meant to get respect. It didn't really occur to me that in order to get respect, you should give respect. And especially when I was a teenager, I used to speak to people like they were below me, hoping that they would respect me for it, for some reason. I think it'll be interesting to look back on this video in 5 years' time or whenever, and to try to understand what kind of person I am right now, and what these things that I'm saying really mean to me. So now that I'm 26 years old, it's interesting, it's different, it's cool, because you don't really imagine yourself in your age, and it's something that the older I get, which is weird to say for still like a 26-year-old kid, but it's just a matter of perspective, right? The older I get, the more surreal the concept of age becomes. Because what used to be this thing where I'd be like, "Oh, I'm 18, I'm 19, I'm 20 now. Whoa, I'm going into my 20s. Oh, what a crazy thing." Now it's like, I'm 26. Well, okay, I'm 26. Cool, I guess. It's not really, it doesn't really hit me the way it used to. But then, like, sometimes I do get that sort of feeling in my head of, whoa, wait a minute, I'm 26. What am I doing with my life? Is this good? Is this where I want to be? And then right now, thankfully, the answer is definitely yes. This is where I want to be, and this is where I've always wanted to be. And it's such a blessing to do what I do and to live the life I live. And yeah. So a few things I learned in the past year. I've learned to be patient. I've learned to listen to others. I've learned to set my own perspectives and opinions and ego aside. I've learned to take criticism in a better way and spot constructive criticism from like when somebody attacks you verbally or emotionally. It's become much clearer to me now, especially in the past year, what is what, and to be able to tell one thing from the other. And that has drastically improved my communication skills and my mental and emotional well-being. I've learned to work as part of a team. That also used to be something that in the past I would find difficult, because I would really focus on myself and what I stand to gain from a situation, and what is in something for me particularly. And that has changed now to, what am I contributing to this organization? How am I what am I doing for the greater good? Because I've learned to realize that the work I do is done for a greater purpose, something a little larger than myself and my own personal desires. It's brought me a lot of peace of mind and just straight up balance in my life. I also learned to separate work and personal life, something that I'm actually still working on this, but I've improved a lot in the past year because I started out working for a larger organization, not really knowing how to balance my life and my work, and so I would legitimately bring work home, and I would always think about work. And now I do think about work a lot, and I also think about work when I'm outside of work. But there is a kind of switch, and symbolically, I guess it's symbolically and also literally, receiving a work phone and receiving a work laptop now and working on that has allowed me that different perspective, allowed me to split two things into just like, this is one part of who I am and this is another part of who I am, and those don't really cross anymore. And it's great because now this phone, the iPhone, is my personal phone. It's my private phone, it's my private number. I use it for private communication with friends, with family, and that's it. And then so my work phone is done, it exists for, it serves the purpose of communicating for work, with work colleagues, with whoever I need to communicate with at work for work. Same for my work laptop. My personal laptop and my personal computers are all personal. I do sync my clouds and other things for work, but my work laptop strictly has work stuff on it, and that's it. I didn't even sign into my personal Google accounts or my anything, email accounts, media stuff. Nothing at all, just work, strictly work, and I think it's great. So to summarize, what I've really learned in the past year, what I've really gotten better at is balance. And something that I've wanted for a very long time, and I've made a lot of progress in that. And this year has been a blessing, an absolute blessing. And it's, it's all just so special and again, relatively different because for my whole entire life, basically up until a year and a half ago, I didn't have any of this. And so now I do. So learning to cope with that, learning to deal with it, learning to flow with that has been very meaningful and very interesting and very beneficial. And I'm extremely grateful for everything. Extremely grateful for everything I have, for everything I've accomplished, for everything I've learned thus far, and for everything I'm continuing to learn. And it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's a good thing. I love the pace of my life now. I love everything about it. And that would really, that's, I think, a pretty good way to summarize the past half a year. So on that, I'm pretty much done, I think. If I come up with anything else, I'll put it in the description. And otherwise, I suppose, I don't know if I'll make any more diary entries anytime soon. If I do, great. Otherwise, I guess I'll be back at the end of the year. That's it. I'm done rambling. There you go. Video done. Bye.